Yo, today we are going to be jumping in to farm some citadels because we have the grand goal of essentially trying to do 100 runs of Arbiter. So far, I've farmed up about these many fragments, so we have basically 6 full runs of being able to do Arbiter, so we are quite the way off. But the idea is to just try and farm up the entirety of all of the fragments that we need, which will take a while, since I've sold a lot of the ones that we got previously. So we are basically going to be trying to farm from the very beginning, all of the fragments that we need. And there's a couple ways we'll do it. We're basically boosting the waystone drop chance through some of the waystones that we're using, alongside using the highest chance waystones, and then changing up our passive tree to fit a video that I did recently. So hopefully that will come in useful to you guys, and we'll kind of go through, see how I map as well in between when we're going to the citadel itself. Maybe we don't get a tower that actually chains to the actual citadel itself. And so we'll basically go through and do the full experience, whilst I thought I'd live stream it just so that it's easy for you guys to follow along if any of you are interested. So yeah, I mean, I play this game a lot, so why not just share it with you? Obviously, first stream that I've actually done, at least on this channel. So yeah, there's a bit of setup I need to do on the back end, so future streams, that sort of thing, will all be different. But yeah, let's just get straight into the farming. I've managed to get myself to a new zone full of different citadels, unlocking the ability to actually go into, I think, 2, and then we're mapping our way over to another copper citadel, and then we've got another citadel in the mist. And considering that we haven't got an iron citadel, I'm pretty sure that we should see some more citadels over this way. Since we've got 2 copper citadels, which basically means that there's going to be another set of 3 somewhere. So it's just about finding which ones those are, whether this one and this one are part of the same 3 and this one. We'll kind of find that out, and of course map on from there. But hopefully we can get some good stuff. So I will pretty much, what I usually do is just get to the citadels all in one go, and then we just farm the citadels from there, and that's basically what I'm after doing. And then we'll move and basically get all of the citadels within the kind of range, and then we go through and basically just farm up all of the fragments, that sort of stuff, in one go, because it makes it easier with changing all the waystones and everything. But we can just hop into the maps. Basically, when I'm getting to any citadels that are there, is pretty much just going for rarity on the build. I think we're sitting at around 240. Maybe not, because that's not with Ambaris's. Okay, so 203, so it's perfectly fine. We do juice the maps, just adding either pack size or rarity, using Omen of Chaotix and that sort of stuff. But other than that, pretty much just trying to get Abyss modifiers, trying to boost up the Rogue Exiles as well. So those can be pretty good money, especially if you got the overrun. So we might as well jump in and get on the first map. For all of these trashy maps in between, pretty much just run rarity or like one of these waystones that's just going to give me something useful. That is basically going to either give me quantity or something like that. And sometimes I do take even the waystone quantity, just for the sake of being able to get more waystones for maps, and then we can use that as sustain to get more maps later on down the line. So that's pretty much what I'm doing to try and keep that one all flowing in one. No. Obviously, when we're in the maps, we're basically just trying to get towards the boss as quickly as possible, because it's all basically about speed when it comes to the citadels. I mean, you can you know, do all of the extra content. But a lot of the time, all of these maps are item level 80, so they really don't have anywhere near like the best gear. They don't have good bases. All of the magics are going to be awful. And, you know, you could juice these up to T16s to get 81s and then potentially get 1s. But because of the amount of sustain, because we need a lot of waystones to try and get waystone drop chance on the waystones for the actual citadels, because the boss usually drops 1, 2, 3 waystones as we go through. I don't want to waste those waystones on trying to get T16 maps just to run through to get to the citadel, because then we won't have the waystones for the citadel. So obviously you could go ahead and buy waystones off of trade, but at that point it's not really worth it. And really what I'm looking for is just pure currency drops, things that are going to give us the actual currency rather than anything else. And there you go, that's just the first map done. Pretty quick one, and that's all we're after really. Such a crappy base. I don't even want to waste any currency on it. Right, so first one down. Ugh, not quite close enough to the Abyss. With the Rogue Exile, which is a little bit of a fat L, to be honest. It's always nice when you get the diamonds that you get from the Abysses, because of the fact that they just have so much good stuff. Oh, a Greater Chaos. Right, let's move on down. I never get anything decent out of these chests, to be honest. It's mainly just the monsters, so I very much do not like doing the actual, like, opening up the Abyss chests. They just seem diabolically bad. Luckily, we have got probably one of the nicer just hit and run. It's such a chill build, to be honest, out of all of them. Mainly because you just click once and then everything dies within a circle. Especially when you boost up the pack size on your maps. It makes it even better because cast on crit gets more energy based on how many crits you're getting. So, because we've got 100% crit, we're basically critting multiple things all in one go. So everything's just gone. Oh, ceremonial robe. Let's get that one in. Since we've got T1, I will add a prefix Abyss modifier. And we got a decent roll of hybrid, like T3. We're just hoping for T1 or T2 T1 increased. Crappy. Not ideal. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Probably did lose there. Maybe it'll be sellable either way. I don't know how much this would be. Yes, like 400 DPS. Which is pretty poopy, I'm pretty sure. And it's on like the worst base as well. 477, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. It's like one div. But we haven't got attack speed or any prefixes. And it's just not going to sell. Let us not bother with that. We can chuck it in the bow. Oh. And on to the next one. So we've got how many maps? One map to do. And it's Mineshaft. Have we got Abyss? Anything decent on the Abysses? Let's put on a Abyss. Cool, let's do that. And then how about these? Oh, we actually got mega lucky on those. Cool. Now from here, it's basically just trying to get anything that's going to benefit a already overrun Abyss. Come on. Well, we got an overrun, which is nice. Guess we can take the rewards. As good as anything. Oh, another overrun. Take that. Just for some extra quantity. Especially since we're running rarity. Cool. Now we can go into the Abyssal Overrun Mineshaft. Right. I hate this map. Mainly because there is about 1,000,000 yards of backtracking you have to do whenever going around. I don't know why GGG decided that it was a great idea to remove the rare monsters from the from actually showing. It was so useful seeing where the rare monsters are, especially considering that's like where probably 50% of the loot actually comes from. Kind of annoying they didn't do that. Hopefully they'll bring it back at some point. Oh, you can get experience gain? I don't think I've ever got that one before. An annulment. That's not bad. That's why I think going for Citadels is just generally one of the better things to do when you're mapping, just purely down to the fact that you're pretty much going for maps either way. It's like you're going through maps to get to the Citadels, and if you're just purely going towards the Citadels, you can juice your maps either way. So if we can focus on just basically getting there as quickly as possible, and considering most of your loot will essentially just come from the Abyss and the boss, like, you're not doing anything differently really. Like, whilst Breach and stuff like that is good for quantity and things like exceptional bases, so like if you're running negative rarity and you're doing doing that is useful, but I think as far as like speed, sometimes speed is necessarily better than just trying to like make the most of every single map, like scraping every last piece of content in there. Like searching for the rare monsters can sometimes actually lead you with less, even if you would have got more per map. So if you're not fussed on like making, you know, the most out of a map that you've spent money on, and more so that you're thinking like long term that you're going to make more money from literally just spamming through like 2 maps for every 1 map that you'd run by doing all of the content, then I think that's probably the better way to go. If you can do 2 maps for every 1, but do the most valuable pieces of content, which is going to be the abysses. Oh, another rune. Let's go. Abyssal Arsenal, not bad. But I'm pretty sure the only thing I've ever really made money off of is literally the troves. Don't really get much from anything else. Tier 3 magic base is not bad. Bring Scroll of Wisdoms with me, but I'm a complete bot. Interesting. That Rogue Exile had quite possibly one of the worst Sinister Quarterstaffs I've ever seen in my life. Get rid of that. Oh, well. Can do the Abyssal Depth, I guess. Tier 81 gear. Hoping for... Come on. An exceptional wand would do me very nicely right now. So I can try and make a better one than the one I've already got. I really want to do a solo self-bound account, I think. So I'm kind of thinking I might do that. But it'll be a completely different build. But I need to make a POB of something completely different from what I've seen around. More interesting when you make your own build as well. Seen too many lightning rods going around. The Fob Gooners. Good way to get your initial currency though, I suppose. I always open the chests in the area. Obviously, you can just go to the left in the abyss. That's where it always spawns, like the actual boss. So, like, sometimes it's worth doing. But the rares down here can drop like decent currency. So I've had Omen of Lights just off of random ass mobs as you go through. So I find it's actually worth doing. Even opening up the chests, especially if you get like rare chests. I've had quite a few decent currency drops. And considering everything's like +1 to the level, is also very nice. Ooh. There we go. That's another abyss down. Time for the boss. Wherever the hell it is. And gone. Is that one gone down? Right, let's... Terrible bow. And I think we got the last Citadel and a Jade was down there. And a Moment of Zen. Not bad. We've got one more up here to go to. Let's do this and then... Yeah, we can bung that one in there. I'm thinking we can do grand projects, to be honest. From the next Citadel, because I'm pretty sure there's a tower right next to it, so we can go straight from there. These are just... These Abyss maps are just too easy with the build, I swear. The only thing you die to with this build is literally at the very beginning if you just get hacked. Oh, divine. Come on, give me a trove, not an armory. Right, let's hopefully get to the boss as quickly as possible. I hate getting the rogue exiles that spawn like halfway through your map after you've done the abysses. I've been trying to... I literally tried to farm rogue exiles basically like from the beginning of today until like, I don't know, it was like 3 o'clock, so UK time, so it was like a solid like 6 hours of trying to get rogue exiles to spawn next to the abysses, because that's how you get the diamonds, which are obviously worth an absolute ton, but it just was not happening. I was getting so unlucky. They were spawning right next to it and still not actually getting infused with the abyss to become lich spawn, and oh, I was fuming. But hey ho, what can you do? Let's go. Maybe we should be doing overrun maps. Just pathing towards the boss and running negative rarity. Maybe that's the way. with T16s. It's just so expensive to actually do. And some of the base price has just crashed into the floor for white bases now at level 82. So it's harder to get your money back. But if you're after exceptional bases, it's basically the best way you can do it. Maps is better than Simulacrum, to be honest, after testing. Mainly because you can just... There's so much quantity when you're going in a map where you've buffed the quantity. That, like, when you're running through the map, there's just white bases everywhere. It's kind of disgusting. Doesn't look like we're going to get any more rogue exiles next to the abyss in this one. I've had the music turned off on the game for the longest time, but I thought I'd put it on because on YouTube, obviously, you can't put copyrighted music on, so that's where I wanted to stream on Twitch, but I just haven't actually set up the account. It wasn't working earlier when I was actually trying to log in and give access to some of the other third-party stuff. So I'll just stream on YouTube anyway, but yeah, it was definitely a pain in the ass. Pretty sure my main annoyance with the whole audio in the game is the fact that when you're running Delirium, it's just the same stuff every single time. Just the same audio over and over and over again. And when you're putting in like 300 hours or something in like a couple weeks or a month or something, it's horrible. Right. I just love the boss DPS on this. Ugh. Messed it up. This boss is probably the worst boss as well for the build because the frost walls don't actually go next to him. Gotta juice some more maps. Hopefully we can get some more overruns. I've been getting so lucky on overrun maps today. I think I've had like maybe, I don't know, 20 overrun maps today. I don't even know that we want the boss, to be honest. You get a Kulamac invitation. And then you don't even get the rewards from going down there. So I think it's actually worse than just running a normal abyss. And the abyssal boss, I sat the other day for a video that will come out probably tomorrow, farming like 50 of the Kulamac boss to see whether or not we can make money, and it was the worst experience I think I've had in my life. Genuinely, we made quite a decent amount of money, way more than I thought I was going to make, but it was so painful that I would wish it on no one. It was actually so bad farming it. Because there's so much delay between like getting into the fights. Like GGG have this thing about, for some reason, thinking that it's a good idea to like add in like a 5-second delay from when you either like drop down into the abyss and then you got to open a door which takes another for like 3 seconds, and then you have like 5 seconds in between when you can actually attack the boss at each phase. Yeah, it was painful. Oh, we got the glitch on the map. Do the delirium. But what can you do? Oh, no. No. This is why I say the build is amazing. Apart from the very start when you're running and you get knocked over. And then it's all over. User error. User error. I think I was lagging. I swear. There was no issues with the build. Right, let's... Oh no, I've done it again. I think the main issue with this map is you can't actually see where the mobs are. I think that's the main issue. Like, so when you're like charging around and you just get hit by a mob off screen, or like just roll into one in the maze field, and you're like, oh, hello there. Supposed to tickle your balls or something. There we go. Wait, what? Ugh. Done the age-old mistake of not actually looking where we got to go. See, they've definitely... They mentioned about making maps smaller. I think sometimes it's just the layouts and where the mobs actually spawn. Like in little corridors, like... I hate the fact they lock mobs behind doors and then you just gotta like... waste like another 2 seconds turning around, opening up a door. It's... And then like, when you open up the door, it's just painful as well. Because you can't attack for like the first second. At the moment, we haven't got the most pack size on because we're taking a node to get extra content in the map on the tree, which I wouldn't suggest unless you're trying to farm rogue exiles, because it's just like 20% less monster packs, which is pretty substantial, to be honest. It's definitely noticeable. Like even with the Abyss, for example. Like, there's so many less monsters. I guess if you wanted it to actually be easier, whilst also getting more rogue exiles and stuff like that, maybe that would be a play. But, like, if you're after actual, like, currency drops, I think it's pretty bad. It's just a flat... It's not even, like, a flat reduction in just quantity. Because each one of those mobs could drop multiple items, so... Right, then where is this little rat boss? He's usually over the left. Or up in the middle somewhere. Come on. Haven't heard a tink in multiple maps. I still don't think running maps is the best way to make money, to be honest. I actually think it's just way better. Like, yes, you can craft, blah, 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 but just even the bosses are just seem to be better because they just guarantee tier 80, like, 2. Like, most of them are, like, 84 mod items. And I just think, like, that's where you can actually make money. Like, you know, you can find, like, item level 84s that are worth, that are magic items that are worth, you know, 30 div or something. Let's not use that one. Getting cursed with delirium mobs. I'm not even doing the boss. It's not actually worth. Right, I swear to God, where is this boss? He's trying to hide from me. This little rat. There he is. Get rid of this. Maybe we do this tower. Hopefully it will show up another couple of citadels. I'm sure this one is separate from the other 3 that we found. Or maybe this is part of a group. And this one over here, there's going to be like some more. Because they always show up in like 3s, so they need to sort this, like the map location where this shows up. It's mega annoying. Get that one on. Hopefully you guys have managed to farm up a decent amount of currency this evening. What are you guys actually doing? Or hoping to do, if you're not actually playing? This is like one of the best maps to get if you've got rare monsters on. Let's go do the boss and then we'll do the abyss. Come on. Give me some divs. You know what? I might just take off the Rogue Exile node. It's so bad for pack size. I'm pretty sure it's cursing me. There we go. Sometimes it's worth doing, sometimes not. Let's hit this tower with a Grand Project. Sinking Spire. Let's do it with a Abyss over on. Ah, do we do it? Good thing about this build is the only kind of bricking thing is just freeze build up. Like, any of the other mods don't really matter. Other than maybe crit hit chance if, like, something survives your hits. But it's rare. It's mainly if you have, like, attack speed and the cursed crit chance. That's pretty much the only time you get taken out. And then just freeze. But I'm pretty sure freeze is for most builds. But we could help stop it by taking a charm, but I'd rather have the rarity on. Tempted to take exalted orbs just off of the filter at this point. I don't think it's actually worth picking them up. It's one down. I don't know if we've done the abyss in this. Go find it. If not, we can try to get some simulacrum drops as well. Yeah, screw it. Okay. Let's do this map. And then we can push on. And if I don't see anything else, maybe we'll just do all of the Citadels now. I'm tempted to use a Visions, but you're pretty much just... I think you're just wasting time, because I don't know if you actually make money back doing them on the Citadel itself. Ooh, got the stone charm. Like 6 div, I think, last time I checked. Probably more now. Or less. Depends if they've kept up with inflation. No, it is absolutely nothing. Cool. Yeah, I suppose supply is just outstripped. Not bad, rare monsters. Back to the hideout. Go do this tower. I like saving up all of the Citadels just because it makes it way quicker. And it feels more rewarding when you do all of them after you've been farming maps. Sometimes it's nice just to chill out. So we've got 4 Citadels to do, which should be about 2 to 3 fragments per one, hopefully. So we should make another 2 full sets from running them. I hate the wisps, man. They never go the way that you actually want them to. They all seem to go off, like, away from the rare that's right next to them as well. haven't been paying attention to my rarity charm. Wasn't sure if I took it off earlier because I was getting pissed off because it was blocking one of the rogue exiles from actually going into the pit, which was mega annoying. So it took me I had to push the rogue exile into the pit because it was surrounded by monsters and it couldn't move and follow me. So I had to push it into the pit with Frost Nova. Or Frost Wall. I've not had much luck with ritual farm in this league. Whilst it can be good for omens, like, I don't know. Because it's a pain in the backside to like search around the map to find where the actual rest of the ritual altars are. So like, that's probably like the majority of my time spent in a map is running around here, there and everywhere trying to find the tiny corner that they've shoved a ritual into. So I don't really know if it's worth the time. Even though you can get like decent stuff. Like if I want that omens, I pretty much just run the ritual boss. Because even the ingenuities now from ritual boss is crazy expensive. Like a base is like 40 exalt now. As long as it's got 2 sockets on it. Like considering that they were like 1 exalt not long ago. Uncorrupted, obviously. Oh yes, my favourite mechanic. The Wisp. Oh. That good old chestnut. They did supposedly fix 2 crashes. I have not noticed them. I don't even think it's related to like the skills either. Because like obviously there's a ton of projectiles going everywhere and like shards and stuff when you're using Frost Nova with Comet. But I don't, like, even going on any of the other builds, it's still the same issue. This is actually a decent breach for once. It's a rare occurrence. I'm gonna turn down the item filter, because that is mega loud. Maybe we chain off of this for the next zone of towers. I'm pretty sure I was right in thinking that these three are all one set, and then this one is going to have another two somewhere. Probably out here. It's just annoying because there's no towers nearby, which means we're going to have to do maps to actually get out and about. We can do the tower on this one though. Need to buy a new grand project. Yeah, let's do this one. Whilst we're at it, we can chuck on the Rogue Exile ones. I'm not doing the wisps. There we go. Ooh, nice. I bet there's a few abysses in the middle. I was trying to find a way to get the AFK Simulacrum build to get more damage, because it is like slapping Kosis with a wet fish, and it just takes so long to complete. Like, granted, it's completely AFK, but I think there's a few ways I think that you can get some extra damage. I just need to spend the money. But I was getting close to actually being able to buy a mirror until mirror prices went up by like 500 div in one day, which was fun. So instead of having like 90% of the way there, we are now like halfway again. Ooh. I don't know how much this would be.
Seems like a good deal.
Item level 82. Coming in clutch. Cool. We can chain off of this in a little bit. Also got a little corrupted zone, which is nice. Right, time to branch off this way somewhere. Have we got a tower down here? No, of course we don't. Maybe this one is actually the best. You can use an overrun on this. And what we'll do is we can grab our Omen of Reinforcements too. Let's hope that we get lucky with a Rogue Exile actually spawning. Fingers crossed. I'm not seeing Rogue Exiles right now. Human. Right, we'll do some Citadels in a second. Once I've pathed over to check out the area, we should find out whether or not that there is any more Citadels. If there aren't, I'll go ahead and do all of the rest of them. Come on. I'm convinced the game is conspiring against me. There is no Rogue Exiles ever. Or if there is, I literally did the best map earlier for Rogue Exiles. And then what happened? Oh, yeah. They spawned. They just spawned right at the end, just before the boss arena, when the abysses were all over. I was fuming. I really don't think trying to farm them is a viable strategy. Not unless you already have the maps, like, but if you're trying to farm them on not the best maps, yeah, it's just not possible. But then you can't actually farm them anyway, because you've got to get to said maps, and in doing so, actually finding the decent ones, you're going to waste so much time doing that. I just don't think it's actually worth your time investment. Because, like, yes, whilst the maps themselves might actually make you a ton of money, probably spend like 4 hours getting like 30 minutes worth of maps to do. So it looks nice for a stream or a video, but the actual process of it is just not good. Look, hey, you can farm Rogue Exiles doing this strategy, and it's like, yeah, but only on that one map and in the right perfect scenario. Don't even think that's worth anything. Or if it is, I've got loads. Maybe I expect it's worth nothing. We can do the depth though. Well, that kind of sucked. The amount of times I've gone like AFK at the end of this map after killing the boss and then all his minions jump down and I come back and I'm dead. I'm like, oh, yeah. Forgot it was that map. Yeah, it's definitely not worth anything. That Uruk smelting. I will double check in case some weird build guide has come out. Yeah. Wonder if that's worth anything. Even with plus 2 div apparently. Hmm. Well, that's really good.
I'm sure someone would want that. Sure.
Poopy roll. Well, if it doesn't get at least 100% fizz damage, it's bricked. It's bricked. See, I don't know what people want on gloves. Obviously, you want attack speed, but I don't know whether people would take rarity on gloves. One of you may know. I have no idea. I suppose double res is probably better. Maybe. That is T1 rarity though. How much are they worth as they are? Probably not a lot. One exalt. Oh.
Can I help? Seems like a good deal. Have an order? Good.
Maybe this is just a straggling map. Because there should be a like here and like somewhere here. If they're there. I would think. Unless there's maybe one down here.
Warriors far greater than you ever will be, are long forgotten.
Death, take you. Stinking hot!
Shit. Swear. I need to stop dodge rolling. Mainly dodge rolling into the face of people. That would really help. Wait, there's 3 spirits in this? What in the... I'll actually do the wisp. I guarantee that this was not the closest rare either. Yes, go into him.
Another corpse to serve me.
Wisps are so good, man. You know, you chase them halfway across the map and you get a tier 4 rare. With 3 wisps on 1 rare. So bad, man. You know what? Screw the wisp. It can go sit on a cactus.
My king nears.
Well, that's some more.
These are our supplies. A useful trade. Time is of the essence.
Have an order? I'll tend to the books.
Balls to it. Let's do the Citadels. Let's actually give them a go. Right, where the hell did I put my waystones? Do this thing. 205. Hopefully no invulnerability shrines. See, I always take off Headhunter when I'm literally farming these, because this boss in particular, the first phase, if you don't actually take him out in one go, your Headhunter can pull you out of, like, when he does his sand, like, calls forth the winds or whatever it is, and then it's just peak. And that's happened so many times as well. There we go. Not this time. Oh, that's a crappy waystone drop chance. Only 2 this time.
Yes, this is all we have. Gold is useless to me. Take all.
So if they're 3 div, how much is a... Visions of Paradise? 2 div. Is it worth using? What's 4 nulls? I'm pretty sure it's like 2 point something. So it's like 1.8 div, which is probably worth it, but only just. Probably shouldn't have done an overrun map.
How useful. Represented Empire. Another corpse to serve me.
Oh no, we're not going that way. Not with an invulnerability shrine or whatever it is. Thing is, with the visions, it's not really ideal because you lose 47% from your tablet on quantity. So you might not be able to drop 3, which makes me think like it's only really worth it on the 1.8 div fragment, which I think is Iron Citadel.
So, at the
Come on. 3 fragments. Not ideal.
This is all we have. Indeed.
We're looking definitely heavy on one side. And I think this is the one that we do use a Visions of Paradise on. But I'm going to craft up a map.
The product of your arrogance. The product of your arrogance.
Oh, that's that one.
Sluggish are those burdened with choice.
Perfect. More mods. And we break 2 of the rest of them. Because of course. Is anything going to be... critical hit chance is horrendous.
None can oppose me.
Right, can we not do that?
I will put you down.
Oh.
Death is my power to wield.
Right. Don't mess up the rotation. That is the key.
Not if I take yours first.
You'll pay with your life.
Too soon.
There we go. Ugh. Never like that boss.
A useful trade. Go. Have you not learned anything from your previous losses? Chaos applauds your skill, Challenger. The product of your arrogance.
Oh, it's you. I'll fill that in as soon as I can.
Players are marked for death. Nice. Bollocks. Well, that was a waste of money. Can you just keep going with Visions of Paradise or no? Five annuls. That's probably over 2 div.
Have an order?
You get 2. $66 is a div. Okay.
Sure thing. All the best.
So no, you can't keep going. Cool.
Waste of my time! Another corpse to serve me.
Oh, shh. We can come back for the Abyss in a bit. As long as we don't die to my least favourite boss. Come on, gamers.
You cannot stop us. We will take the power that we deserve.
Not if I take yours first.
Easy prey.
Another 2 fragments down.
Yes, these are our supplies. Gold is useless to me. Take it. Go. Are you even trying?
Yes? I'll do what I can to sell it for you.
Speak. These are our supplies. As expected. Time is of the essence. Your luck has finally run out. Speak. These are our supplies. Indeed.
Cool. Question is, do I just buy the fragments? Because this is going to take a while. An actual while. Because how many runs do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. So I basically got 10 runs. So we're like a tenth of the way there. Which actually isn't so bad. But still not ideal. We have got the Copper Citadel though. Which will give us the other 2 fragments. It's just whether or not the Copper Citadel is actually worth using visions on. 1.8 as well. At least I think that's copper. Hi there, zombie. How's it going? How's your day going? Let's get that one down. 195. I think the only issue that I might face is the stun build-up. As long as we don't rush in at the beginning. I got any white fragment? So if you go to your boss atlas, you need this one to get the red fragments. So the way forward. So you need to get all 10 of your map boss skill points. So this one. So you just, or if you haven't got them actually in there, it will be, you have to put all 10 points like assigned, and then the boss will drop the fragments then. The red fragments, not like the normal one. But I think you have to do a 6 mod one or something like that as well to get a 6 mod Citadel boss in order to get the points. So I did that on my first one. So that will be the issue with getting whites. Actually find getting to the boss is more of a pain in the backside on this one than any of the other ones, than even doing the boss itself as well. At least for this build anyway, because it's mainly large packs in small areas that I can get done in by. No worries, zombie. I hope you get as many as possible fragment-wise. I need to craft up some more waystones. Because you basically have to be at like 600 if you want to essentially like guarantee that you're going to get a decent amount of fragments anyway. If you have any chance at getting 3, you kind of need 600. At the minute, I might not even get 2, which is going to be a fat L. So fingers crossed we actually do still get 2. Come on. Yeah, I knew it. Ugh. Damn it.
Yes. Choose what you need.
I need to sit down and probably do like 10 waystones, trying to get to 10%. Oh, yes. Lovely. And no stun on that one. Nice. We actually won on both. Perfect. I'm pretty sure that you can get waystone tablets. Well, I know you can with +1 to mods. So I'm wondering, maybe it depends whether it actually counts as a mod on the waystone when you when it calculates the quantity of waystones dropped. I'm wondering if it does, because that way you could, you know, get 700%, and then you can get additional corruption, which gives you a load more mods. So maybe that's the way to go, like to fully juice out the quantity. There we go. I don't think I've actually had that quarterstaff this league. Is it a new one? Could well be. I want to say no. No, I have had it.
Relying on luck can only get you so far.
Have you found more of what we... Let us hope rests now lies one.
This bores me.
Yes? I have many services. Acceptable. Let us hope.
Yeah, ally attack damage. We didn't. Might have been usable for someone who I know.
Check back soon.
So brave. So naive.
But that bricked it.
Find more priest remnants for my research.
Well, that is all of the known Citadel is about. So we've got to go on a search to try and find some more. I'm thinking into the mist over here. Haven't been anywhere. Over this way. We can do this tower with a grand project. Oh, we don't actually have any. Brilliant.
All right. Your order is registered.
Go buy some.
What's new?
Bloody hell. Still cheaper than they used to be, though.
It's yours.
Right, so let's hope for some overrun maps. There's one. Let's take that one.
Surely things will be different this time around.
Right, I will take 1 second. We're back. Hopefully. Bollocks. I'm an idiot. I didn't put a grand project in. lovely happy accident, that one.
A good find. Such a pathetic end.
Ah, there's the abysses.
Is my power to wield.
Swear there's got to be more pits somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe this can't actually have that many pits. That sucks a massive bag of...
These are supplies. Indeed.
At least we'll find out. Maybe it was just a random one then. If anyone wants to join in and do a castaway, I'm gonna do one because it's on the way to where I want to go. So if you're there lurking and you want to get a free like 900 gold, just message in the chat. 900k gold or whatever it is from a castaway. Otherwise, I will just start it if no one wants to join in. Oh, we've been disconnected. Brilliant. I really hope they bring in a feature to search on the map. Because when your atlas is as, like, jam-packed as mine, it's horrendous. Just do another breach whilst we're at it. Oh, yes. I do love being frozen.
Death is my power to wield.
As expected. So brave. So naive.
Have you found more of what we seek? Let us hope Zest now lies dormant.
A beautiful murder! Death is my power to wield.
Ooh, let's go.
None can oppose me.
Well, game froze.
Yes? This is all we have. Gold is useless to me. Take it. Indeed.
Ooh, a nice savannah map. Oh.
Scatter before me! Death.
Maybe we'll slap on Headhunter for speed.
Hate defines us all.
Oh. Oh, shit. I swear to God.
Yes. These are our supplies. As expected.
I'm half tempted to take some form of stun threshold.
Go.
What's new? I'll fill that in as soon as I can.
Come on, hit the life regen. 1 in 3. No. Brit.
Hail. Buy them.
Oof. Exceptional sleek jacket. Lovely work. Is it 81? No. Probably not worth anything. Balls.
What is it? Choose what you need. I will make use of this.
13 div. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I thought it was not going to be worth anything.
Is that a good price for that? I have no idea. I'll tend to the books. I can create. Take you.
Beast through some of these. I'll put Headhunter on now.
Yes, these are our supplies. I will make use of these. Indeed.
Not really what I wanted. 3 div? 4 div? There's no way. 100 exalt. Yeah, that's what I thought. Come on. Hit the life regen. No.
Can I help? Check back soon. All the best.
Right.
Crawl back to the deep. Another corpse to serve me.
No, no. Come on. Hook me up with a coming calamity for my next build.
More time.
Speak. This is all we have. A useful trade. Of course.
Have an order? All the best. Can I help? I'll do you proud. Can I help? Someone is bound to buy that.
Right. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. And I will probably be back later on. So I appreciate you guys' time. Those of you that have tuned in. But I'm going to take a break for a few hours. And I'll join you back. If not, before the video that goes live today. So there should be one on farming up Kulamak. The invitations. Which actually was surprisingly better than I thought it was going to be for the amount of time that we did it for. But, hey ho. I appreciate you guys' time. Hope you have a nice rest of the evening or day or morning or whatever it is, wherever you are. And I'll catch you guys in a bit.